IT, I'm going to just mention another program we worked on. I worked for Bayer in Leverkusen, in Germany, and they had decided to create a personal workplace. So the personal workplace, the mission was very clear. The mission was to increase the productivity of the organization, the overall productivity, by enable people to be more mobile. It was a time when people wanted to be more mobile, work from home, work from clients, etc. But the communication and data systems were not right there yet. You still had the desktop computer. So smartphones were starting, iPads and things like that were starting. So the idea was to create a system, an ITIS system, that would be accessible from anywhere for people of the company. Now, Bayer is composed of 4 different entities, separate entities, a bit like the Maisons here. And what had happened, this had been designed in the IT department. So they had chosen the best possible system. They had a vendor who was selling them the idea, and this is going to be the best system you ever had. The other option was to improve the existing system to a legacy system, but nobody really liked that idea in IT because it was not, not as fashionable, not as nice, not as cool, So everybody was pushing for this big new system, but the system was costing a lot of money. So one of the things we did, we went back to the users. We created a position of business change manager. Okay. The person had been in the company for 40 years, he knew everybody, and he went back to the users in the different companies that compose Bayer, and went back to say, okay, what do you really need? How can we help you? Instead of saying, this is what we're giving you and now it's going to help you, no, how can we help you so we design something that will be useful for you? When we looked at the benefits that people were looking for, we reorganized them, prioritized them, and all that. We had not 700, but maybe 50 or 60 different objectives. We reorganized them to about 5 or 6 key factors, and then trickled them down, and then said, okay, how can we create a system that will help that? And then we looked at the system that was proposed and the legacy system, and realized that the 2 systems were very close together. In fact, the legacy system offered maybe a bit less benefits, but was so much less costly. The cost was so much lower, then it was a very interesting proposition. What that did, it enabled management to renegotiate the cost of the new system with the vendors who didn't want to budge because they knew they wanted it, and they renegotiated the cost to an acceptable level and enable them to have this system. But the fact that we went back to the key objectives of what do the users want enabled us to look at not the solution, but the benefits of this specific solution for the users. And that it was really tailored then to the needs of the different users.